Hello again everyone, and welcome to another StarCraft 2 commentary with EXO, and here I am bringing you game number 4 from the Craft Cup Finals between Tarson spawning as a blue Terran at the 5 o'clock position and Bly spawning as the red Zerg at the 10 o'clock position. This time, in the fourth game, we're gonna have a match on Jungle Basin, and this is actually I think my third cast on Jungle Basin, so let's see how well I do with that. I don't really like the map, to be honest. It's okay. I mean, it's an interesting map. It's kind of different than everything else because of the natural. The natural is here, has no rocks. You can just set your expansion up right away, and it's protected by the rocks over here. And then you have your main exit down here, which goes into towards the middle of the map. And obviously, once you take these rocks down, you have another expansion over here that leads into the middle of the map as well. Obviously, it's symmetrical, so same for the other side. I would say on this map, this is really maps favoring Zerg because your fast expand is really so protected. You don't really have to worry so much. Just put an Overlord over here, see if anything is pounding away at the rocks, and you can just safely get your fast expand over here. And you can actually just play defensive if you want. Expand your creep a little bit, put some spine crawls over here, create some sort of wall, and you know, just stick to whatever you want. You know, just get infestors out, mutilate scout. You know, those late game units. And it really favors the Zerg getting the. You can also get another in-base hatchery over here for extra larva production. Never a bad idea, because getting 2 bases up so fast is going to give you all the money you need, and all you need is just extra unit production, extra larva production. So that's really smart to get. But we're gonna see what Bly decides to do. This is game number 4, obviously. So if you haven't seen, go check the others, the previous games. We saw Bly winning game number 3 and Tarson winning games number 1 and 2. Really, Tarson could have actually pulled something off in game 3 as well, but it's really uncomfortable sometimes to micro your Marines and Marauders away from those banelings. I mean, just a little misclick here and there can end up in your whole army disappearing. So I mean, that was a lot of was a lot of banelings, and kind of hard to micro against that, given that there were Zerglings and Ultrask also on the field. So yeah, anyway, close game, but Bly managed to pull it off. Now let's see if he can do it again. And here we have Bly stealing the gas over here, and I'm actually sure why he did this one. Wants to see if the fast expand is coming up, because even Terran, I mean, you wall off high keyed it over here, and you can just start getting your fast expand. And here we go. Factory already on the way, so probably gonna have a 1-1-1 opening again. No second gas yet, and this extractor gonna go down unless he cancels and puts it up again. There we go, but the drone gets killed. And let's see, the fast expand is already up. This SCV is gonna take a look at it. He sees this, and I wouldn't be surprised to actually see a fast all-in push from Tarson over here, because the Zerg is just gonna drone up really hard right now. And we see 2 queens on the way, so queen at the natural almost done, queen at the main almost done, 2 Zerglings on the way, and a Roach Warren gets put down, and this SCV is gonna scout that. He sees the Roach Warren, indeed he does, and yep, fast expansion as well for the Terran player. Tarson switching some buildings, so we're gonna have a fast Banshee coming out over here, most likely. And do we have an add-on or a Helion coming out? Nothing yet. These Zerglings getting put at the Zelnaga towers. That's good. You can also these Zelnaga towers are really great. I mean, you can see the entire middle of the map, plus the side avenues. Pretty much any push that your opponent is going to make, you're going to be able to see if you have those Zelnaga towers secured. And let's see if this SCV is going there as well. Yep, but the Zergling is going to poke away at him and probably take him down. Although the SCV is just making his way back right now, and the Zergling should probably do the same and get the Zelnaga tower back again. And we have Zergling speed coming for Bly, and no Roaches yet. Bunch of Zerglings though. The first Banshee is almost up, and orbital command going down over here. So both players really just feeling comfortable with macroing up right now, getting their expansions, getting them saturated, and getting the units that they want to get, having all the money they need.
And here we have some Zerglings moving across the map, and they see the Banshee. Banshee takes out one Zergling and weakens three others actually. And there we have Bly moving back with the Zerglings. Let's see what's going to happen right now. Still some roaches coming up, and the Baneling nest is almost done. And this is basically the same thing from Bly. Really not really Bly and Tarson, I'd say. Both players just playing same openings basically, except perhaps Tarson getting a little bit faster expand over here since this is jungle basin. And oh, you gotta be careful with the supply depot, and all the Zerglings make it in, and that's a really big blunder over there. Let's see how many CVs get taken down over here. That's a lot of Zerglings, that's the thing, it's a lot of Zerglings. And he's gonna focus fire SCVs, I think. He's gonna be running around, gonna go over to the natural. Yes, indeed. He does have Zergling speed, so he's gonna be poking away at some of the SCVs over here. And there we go, one SCV, two, three, two, still two, no, three. And the Zerglings are trying to split up right now, trying to fool the pesky Marauders, and trying to make Tarson lose some focus. But if we look at the APM again, we see Tarson being at almost double APM compared to Bly. And Stimpax is almost done. Bly getting a Spire right now. Let's see if he got that gas earlier. No, not really. Still saturate his minerals first. We have double extractor going up at the natural right now for Bly. And this Banshee is gonna go check out what's happening over here. Gonna take a look at the natural. And let's see, where's that Spire? Here is the Spire. And the scan does notice that. Let's see what Tarson's gonna be doing, if he's still gonna just insist on MMM. Tech Lab going down over here, so I think that's gonna mean a few tanks being thrown into the mix, and still SCVs getting produced. I think this is already okay. Should be sending some to the natural expansion, and a bunch of queens over here. So 2 queens there, plus another one here. And there we have the in-base hatchery I was talking about. It is almost up as well. For the extra unit production. He has the queens he needs to inject all the larvae he wants. More Zerglings on the way, and centrifugal hooks on the way, plus roach speed. That's going to be really good for Bly. He just needs to get a good surround off with the Zerglings on this army over here. I'm surprised though that he's not using any infestors whatsoever. Infestors really are really great, especially if there's no tanks, and we haven't seen Tarson really use tanks in all these games. But infestors are really the great unit you want to keep the infantry balls still while you move your Banelings in there, so Tarson can't do what he did in the previous game. So I'm not sure I agree with Bly just massing up units and trying to send them in there, see if he can take out the stuff or not. I still think that it's better to actually get those infestors. Even 2-3 infestors can make the difference, because the fungal growth is really cheap to cast, and just 2-3 fungal growths